If you're a proofreader, you know that the verb is the absolute heart of a sentence. But let's be honest, finding the real main verb can sometimes feel like a bit of a puzzle. That's why we're building a simple, powerful toolkit designed to help you spot any verb with speed and, more importantly, with confidence. Let's jump right in. So let's start with a classic. Take a look at the word swimming here. It's in two different sentences, but is it doing the exact same job in both? This is one of those little traps that can cause you to miss some pretty major errors, and it's exactly the kind of thing our new toolkit is going to solve for good. All right, here they are side by side. In sentence A, we have, swimming is good exercise. And in sentence B, he is swimming. So, what do you think? Is swimming the main verb in both? The answer, and this might surprise you, is no. And understanding why that is? Well, that's the key to everything. So here's our game plan. We're going to start by really unpacking this little puzzle. Then we'll get to know the two key players, the true main verb, which we call finite, and its imposters, the non-finite verbs. Then, of course, we'll put our test into action, and by the end, you'll have a brand new proofreading superpower. So why are we making such a big deal about this puzzle? Because honestly, mistaking a verb imposter for the real deal is exactly how major errors, I'm talking sentence fragments, incorrect subject-verb agreement, just slip right through the cracks. Okay, so let's meet the hero of our story, the finite verb. I want you to think of this verb as the engine of the sentence. It's the part that actually provides the power and makes the whole thing go. So what makes a verb finite? What's its special quality? It all comes down to its ability to change. A finite verb is a chameleon. It has to adapt to the subject, who is doing the action, and the tense, when the action is happening. And this brings us to the first part of our incredibly simple test. Just change the subject. Take she writes neatly. Okay, now let's swap she for they. The sentence has to become they write neatly. See that? Writes became write. The verb had to change. That little change is the flashing light, the big signal that tells you, yep, that's my finite verb. The second part of the test is just as easy. Just change the tense. If you have they are playing today, and you want to talk about yesterday, you have to say they were playing yesterday. The word are changed to were. Again, that change is your confirmation. You've found the engine of the sentence. Now let's talk about those imposters, the non-finite verbs. These words, they look like verbs, they act a lot like verbs, but they just can't power a sentence all by themselves. Think of them less as the engine and more like versatile attachments or accessories that add extra detail. This table right here, this is your ultimate cheat sheet. It's so simple. Finite verbs, yes, they can be the main verb. Yes, they change with the subject. Yes, they change with the tense. Non-finite verbs, no, no, and no. It's a foolproof litmus test for any word you're not sure about. Now, these imposters usually show up in one of three main disguises that, as a proofreader, you're going to see all the time. They are infinitives, gerunds, and participles. Let's quickly unmask them one by one. First up, the infinitive. This one's usually the easiest to spot. It's just the basic dictionary form of the verb, and it often has the word to right in front of it. Like to read, to walk, to think. Next, we have the gerund. And ding, 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 this is where we solve our first puzzle. A gerund is a verb ending in ing that's actually pretending to be a noun. So in our original sentence, swimming is good exercise. The word swimming isn't the action, it's the subject. It's the thing that is good exercise. So it's acting as a noun, not the main verb. And last but not least, the participle. This is a verb form that's decided to moonlight as an adjective. Its job is to describe a noun. So you might have a crying baby or a broken glass. Crying and broken add description, but they aren't the engine of the sentence. All right, enough theory. Theory is great, but let's see how this actually works when the rubber meets the road. It's time to take our new toolkit out for a spin. Okay, let's test this sentence. She likes reading books. Right. First move, change the subject. Let's change she to I. The sentence becomes, I like reading books. Did you see it? Likes had to change to like. That's our finite verb. But what about reading? It didn't change at all. That's our non-finite imposter. Let's do another one. They were watching a movie to relax. Okay, this time, let's change the tense. Let's go from past to present. The sentence becomes, they are watching a movie to relax. Were changed to are, bingo. There's our finite verb. But to relax? Didn't budge. Watching? Also didn't budge. See how simple that is? You just found the whole verb phrase. And just like that, by mastering this one simple distinction, you've pretty much unlocked a proofreading superpower. You can now look right through the surface of a sentence and see its true grammatical skeleton. It's a game changer. So here it is, your entire toolkit boiled down into a super simple 3-step test. Step 1, find the words that look like verbs. Step 2, try to change the subject or the tense. And step 3, if a word is forced to change, congratulations, you have just found the engine of the sentence, the finite verb. And this is really why it all matters. Precision proofreading isn't magic. It comes from understanding the fundamental structure. And when you can instantly tell the engine apart from the accessories, you can diagnose sentence problems with incredible speed and accuracy. So I'll leave you with this thought. Now that you're armed with this incredibly simple but powerful test, what hidden errors that might have slipped by you before, fragments, agreement errors, are now going to jump right off the page at you? Happy proofreading!